Morning folks, welcome back. I just wanted to show today we've got some more modulars in the city. This is the one I was saying about over here being the off-brand one. This was a pickup off of Temu. I think it was about £86, and obviously it's a copy of the Bricklink Designer construction site. It was a really it was quite a fun build. It was a bit frustrating with the Technic stuff, that's a bit fiddly. We just followed the actual Lego instructions from the Lego website, and I think pretty much we didn't have many pieces missing, but it did come in sort of two big bags and it was all mixed, so me and Mrs. GeekBridge had to spend a bit of time just going through, and we separated everything by colour, and then we could sort of break it down from there. But as you can see, next to it is a proper Lego copy of Brick Bank. Again, this came from eBay. It was a good price. We are missing a couple of minifigs, but other than that, everything else was there, and a really nice clean set. So that's a new addition to the city. So this corner is looking pretty cool now. I do, like I mentioned before, I did want to, I think we're going to have to sacrifice a build table, and we're going to turn that round and put that here, just to give us a little bit more real estate, because yeah, we're quickly running out of space, and with the sets we've still got to build, and with potential sets coming from this weekend at Bricktastic, we need a bit more space. So I'm going to get that moved round, and then I'll come back to you and see what we can do layout wise. Right folks, we've had a bit of a sort out, so we've got a new layout. Again, it's all maybe temporary, we'll see, but for now I'm quite happy. I'm going to spin you around at the moment, but I have moved my table, like I said, and that's created a little bit more space for a small harbour and hopefully a little beach area. I have adjusted the train line just to sort of go around. Well, you'll see. Let me turn you around. So what we've done is change the train line, so that now goes round here. That seems to flow a little bit better. We've added a couple of containers, brick-built containers there. We've also then got a switch sort of to go off to like a maintenance area for the train. We've also added Toy Story scene in there, which I've never seen anybody else in their city, so we'll see how that works. And then we've got, obviously, again, a very temporary, quick sort of mock-up of a harbour area, and then maybe a beach scene or something along here. But the train line now goes up here. We've also got another bit of a switch here, just for, well, it just made the train line easier really. So that's a bit of a, again, a bit of a pull-in or maintenance bit. But as you can see, we've got the construction site around here. So the idea being that this area is sort of being constructed, or a new part to the city. And then, yeah, going back round, we've just we've also added, well, again, the up house that needs a little bit of work, just to modularize and integrate a little bit better. We've then, I'm just adjusting these lights here. So we've then sort of pedestrianised between the bank and the Grand Emporium, and Mrs. GeekBridge suggested we make this a sort of a parade route for the Silly Hat Parade. We've also got a bit more of a space here for a couple of smaller modulars that we can work on. So I've moved B&Q and my newsstand down a little bit, and then another change was just putting the botanical in between the hospital and the sick complex, just so they've got something nice to look at from both places. Not sure how it's going to work with the countryside area. That's sort of a bit poked up the corner at the moment, so I'd like to raise that and then possibly add another set or two. But I'm quite happy with the layout we've got for now. Let me know your ideas and thoughts in the comments, and we'll take any suggestions. We've moved the gelato store and swapped it with the architecture firm, just because it gives a bit more sort of perspective on this building being closer at the front. I think that looks a little bit neater. So yeah, so there we go. Alright guys, so that's just a bit of a quick update for today. Like I say, let me know your thoughts and ideas in the comments, and we'll get back to you soon. Thank you.